Okay, we are live.
Wonderful. Welcome everyone to the Corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley Committee meeting. It is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025, and it is 1:31 p.m. and I'm calling this meeting to order. We're meeting here in council chambers and by Zoom conferencing. Are there any additions to the agenda?
Nope.
May I have a confirmation of the agenda, please? Moved by Merv, all in favor, carried. Is there any pecuniary interest or the general nature thereof? I see none. Can I get an approval of the minutes from our previous committee meeting? Moved by John. Any errors or omissions?
Take care.
Yeah. All in favor? Wonderful. We have no delegations this afternoon, so we'll move right into staff reports. Jason, welcome.
Everyone. So we had to hire a 3-month contract for someone back in the sanitation truck. So he's resumed, he's already been on for 3 weeks, I believe.
Okay.
See how that goes. Sand Road Waste Site will be closed on Monday the 13th for Thanksgiving. The winter hours will commence on the 14th of October. Snowdrifters hour, Thursday hours, started on September 4th and will run till Thursday, October 30th. The hazardous waste depot has closed as of September 27th.
Was there a huge rush that day?
It was constant.
Yeah,
It was constant.
the first day and the last day, I feel like, yeah.
Actually, the first day, people kind of forget.
I was there the first day. It was really busy.
Yeah.
I'm not at the waste site that often, so it was busy to me. No, everybody's laughing. I get it. It was busy to me. Yeah.
Wellington and Patrick Street crosswalk.
It's so good.
System has been installed. So they brought it up and the system that they brought wasn't what we had ordered. So they put it in to make it work for now. And we'll be back up to install the pre-flashing lights further out.
Oh, I wondered about the one coming down the hill this morning. Okay,
Yeah, so that.
but at least there's signage
That's right.
and the signage is big. So you know it's coming.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and it'll work a lot better once we get the pre-warnings out.
Yeah.
I'm sure as you've all seen, the construction on the Connecting Link is progressing really well.
So I am gonna say we put in an application for HGTV's Hometown Takeover Canada. And in a way, it was kind of nice when we were doing our little video vignettes that Bonnechere Street's all torn up. Because I feel like it shows like we're investing, the province is investing, and now we just need their help to come in and put a shine on other stuff. So in a way, it was kind of fun that it was being torn up right now, but holy Hannah, the curb work that's being done is quite something.
Yes. For sure.
Oh, and thank your staff that came out to do HGTV.
So, the new sanitation truck has arrived and is in service. Yes, Mark.
I just happened to drive by when it arrived, I guess it had arrived, and one of the guys was trying to get into it, like the bottom step was pretty high.
Yes,
You're gonna have to put.
we've done some adjustments on that.
So. So
Trying to get out, get 1 foot in there, vehicle.
that's when you fling your body into the truck. That's what I do in Dave's truck.
It'd be cheaper just to put another step in there.
Yeah, we have. It's all looked after. The new 2026 2500 has arrived. It's in the fleet also. The grinding at Sand Road and Ruby, they've ground up the brush and the construction down the
Out of the pile of Ruby.
There is. Get that moved also.
That's your report too, about your next steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the capacity of snowdrifters is getting tighter. It's gonna take year plus to get some ECA changed for our sites. At Snowdrifters right now, we have to leave a portion of the site open because of the way it's designed with the scale. With the scale, we often go on the site. The line is actually back a little further, so we have to leave, probably about 3/4 of a year. Yeah. That won't be in on the site.
Okay.
Okay, slow things down for us also.
It's your computer.
Yeah, I know it is.
So.
Sorry, I did not mute the YouTube, that's catching up.
Oh, okay.
Now, Jason, somewhere in your material, I didn't print it off, but did you talk about a way that we could extend the use of Snowdrifter site?
Yes, so we could use it as a transfer station.
Okay,
Material could be brought in and it could be either trucked out to a different facility. And it could be also trucked out and put into Ruby Road Waste Site, which is gonna fill up the site.
You don't want to
Right,
do that.
but your hauling is 150K a year.
It could be, that's on the high end.
Okay. Not a small amount of money.
No,
And I get that it would save, I see all your savings here. But, and then moving the scales sounded interesting as well. However, Ruby isn't quite as accessible across the township as Snowdrifters
That's right.
is.
that's right.
And I mean, you don't have all the costs yet, but was there one recommendation that you, above all else?
Well, it all depends on, like right now, I think this year was about 600 ton of grinding at Snowdrifters.
Okay.
So, if that's, this year was exceptional with all the stuff that came in, right? Generally, it's around 450, but you take 450 tons per year, you're gonna take a lot of life off of Ruby.
You don't think with the amount of property we have, it would let us expand?
I couldn't say, Merv, I don't know, but,
I'd be rattling the chains of our member of parliament.
So the
We're
sad,
not the only ones that's in that problem.
well, no, we're not exactly. So, and I'm wondering, would we have better luck extending our certificate at Snowdrifters because it's C&D and not household? Would that be an easier sell to the province to get our certificate extended? Although we're still waiting for a certificate to put huts for furniture and such at waste sites, and that's been going on for better than 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
now the
It's-
other thing at Snowdrifters, we've already asked for an application to go bigger,
right.
and that was denied.
Well, where is the province expecting us to put this particular kind of waste?
It can be hauled away,
I would-
and it'll go to Ottawa.
I think,
So-
that's great.
So we're just moving the problem. We're not fixing the problem, we're moving the problem.
We're moving the problem that would save the life of Ruby.
Okay, yeah,
and sorry, and that's where you were suggesting moving the
Well,
the
let me-
scales at Ruby.
I think there's some of that garbage been there 50 years or more.
Oh, yes.
Like, you're gonna be able to take that out now and use it, add some sawdust or whatever to it and use it for fertilizer or whatnot. Run it through screen whatever glass and metal is on it and what falls through.
That makes far too much sense to be realistic.
but the,
That's very expensive.
I was going to say the undermining of a waste site would be as much or more than the options you've given us.
Oh, way more.
Yeah, I think, Jason, I really appreciate all this information and it was obviously distressing to read it, but I think that, you're number 5, we need all of the information before council can make an informed decision, but we need that report before budget because this does seem like a 2026 problem, not a 2028 problem.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so, you know, there's lots of options, you know. So, you know, if the scale was moved to Ruby, there would have to be a lot of planning for where it's gonna go. Where you're gonna store the product, if that's where it would be going,
Right.
because it is not central kind of to the township.
No, and when we already have a challenge at our other waste sites with people leaving small amounts of C and D. And, you know, we've had to change our policy on that because it's grown bigger and bigger and bigger, even though it was supposed to fit into a wheelbarrow, basically. When we already have that challenge is going to get bigger if you're talking about going all the way to Ruby. Not for all of the township, but for a good portion of it.
Yes, and then, you know, instead of being only, you know, probably 90% of the time, someone is around town. To run out to Snowdrifters is 5 minutes
Right.
compared to, you know, 15 to 20 to go to Ruby, and then you gotta wait and then, you know, come back, so you've lost an hour plus.
Right, for special trips for contractors. Understood. That does not seem like a good option.
Well, I'm very hesitant about putting any of that in Ruby. I guess I was like 18 years of getting it.
Yes,
No, we don't fill it too fast.
because I believe there's, you know, we may be the only one left in a few years with a waste.
Right. All right, so this decision must be made imminently.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe don't even wait for your next meeting, maybe come back to our meeting. Do you think you'd have numbers in 2 weeks?
I'm hoping to, I was supposed to have them today, but
Okay. So let's plan to put you back on the agenda.
So the options, the list of options that Jason's looking at, that's not including expansion of snowdrifters because we've been denied already.
But I think that's worth a relook.
Well, I was gonna say that when MPP Billy Deneau was on Joe Earnshaw's farm on Sunday past, he said he looked forward to working with us, so maybe it's that would be something. Would that be inappropriate to take it to him as our MPP and say, what can
Give us a
you
solution.
find out?
I said, take it and give us a solution.
Well, or just say, so he's clearly aware and can't say he's not aware of the problem. And we could even suggest that he's gonna have other
No,
municipalities
it's not the only one.
to deal with.
I'm happy to talk to Billy about this,
I think it would be worth a try.
but we could also reach out to our friends at the ministry as well. I would let Billy know, but we can also, I think that we've got other avenues, knowing some of these
But out of
ministers.
courtesy, I think we should let them know.
Okay, I'm glad with that, happy with that.
Thank you, Jason. Oh, Tracy, did you have anything?
We lost them.
Oh, no. Oh, we did lose her.
She'll be back.
She said the connection is bad. Okay.
have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Well, it was a good day, Jason. All right, Annette. OPA.
So I'll just quickly mention, because I know usually Daryl and Daryl are on this meeting. But the CBO fire chief was away at a conference, and so has been moved to the next meeting will be maybe longer. This one will be a little shorter. And then as we know, we've had a few employees and council members who have lost people in the last little bit. And so that's where the water and sewer report is also going to be moved to the next meeting. So I'll just explain that as to why it's just Jason and I today. And I don't normally report at this meeting, but you know, we did have our public meeting on the Lake Clear official plan report, so timely to bring it back as quickly as possible so we don't forget what was all discussed at that meeting. And I think we've had 2 comments come in since then, and I've sent them on to council just so you had them before this meeting.
One of them was a repeat though.
Yes, yeah, it was nothing new, nothing, I don't think any of the comments were, you know, new to what has already been discussed and heard. And the county, of course, has them as well, because it will actually be them who's making the final decision. So it's very important they have all that information. Yeah, so just a recommendation. So after that meeting, I did meet with the planners at the county. And we discussed the wording of the official plan amendment. And so council can either decide to withdraw our application. We can decide to say that we would like the wording to go ahead as it was, or we can, you know, request some amendments. The county can also make amendments before they pass it. So even if we decide today to move forward with what we're proposing, they could, you know, basically decide that the wording would sound better from a planning perspective, or be easier to implement that policy, but not, of course, changing. It doesn't change the policy decision. It's the same decision. It's just finding the best wording for it. And so in my discussions with the planners, there was some wording in the official plan proposal. Because an official plan is policy-based, and it's our zoning bylaw and licensing bylaw and other bylaws that are actually the regulatory tool that's enforceable. So the official plan, to have something so specific in it when there's no way to enforce it except through the zoning bylaw, doesn't really make sense, because we want to get the wording there right. So what we basically came up with was the same wording at the beginning. And instead of, you know, having some specifics, but not all the specifics, because I think that was also the issue is, you know, we had some stuff where we were saying, you know, there's gonna be some time limits, we're gonna deal with this stuff. And then other people, you know, were questioning, well, you know, how big of a lot does it have to be if you're allowing more than one? How does that? And now those specifics are gonna come out in the zoning bylaw. So, in the discussion with the planners, it was like, you know what, let's say we're going to address all of these things, but let's not address them in the official plan, so that we're not addressing one here and 9 in the zoning bylaw. That didn't seem to be a good plan going forward. That seemed to cause more confusion, and that's what we don't want. We want the public to be very clear as to what we're.
And will cause more confusion at the county as well, when the county
Exactly.
does not
Yeah.
have skin in the game as far as the actual, you know, we say the devils are always in the details, and the details will come out in the zoning bylaw.
Mhm.
So option 3, in my opinion, is the best.
Yeah, so that's,
Yeah.
so option 1 is to withdraw, option 2 is to leave it as we had it, and option 3 is just, instead of getting into some of the specifics, but not all of the specifics, putting them to the zoning bylaw, and just making sure that people understand that the zoning and licensing bylaw shall address these 4 issues that are listed there. Yeah, and then the devil's gonna be in the details when we do the zoning bylaw. So I think that is supportable by our planners,
The,
from a planning perspective.
the only addendum I had for
Mhm.
A,
Mhm,
the maximum number of recreational vehicles permitted per lot
mhm.
should also be and per size. I think we
But it would
heard
still
that.
be per lot, but it would be based on the size of the lot. You would like something in there to do with size.
I guess it's just, I think that we heard loud and clear from many that, you know, if I've got 500 acres, why am I treated the same as somebody with an acre?
Oh, yes, I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll ever be used,
So,
but I think it's important at least to say it when we go into our zoning bylaw. Obviously, this is not.
so maybe we could even take out the per lot and say the maximum number, like, so, the bylaw and the licensing bylaw shall address, but are not limited to the following considerations. The maximum number of recreational vehicles permitted.
Yeah, that would work.
I don't even think you need per lot.
You're right. Okay,
Right?
that clears up my
And then the
one.
locations, the restrictions of duration of occupancy, and the requirements for servicing. I think we can just remove the per lot if everyone's okay with that.
Merv,
Like what is, I guess, no, and I don't wanna get into this thing, but I've been at it now about 15 years. What is a lot out there? How big is a lot?
Well,
That's why we're gonna
I
do
think
that.
What you're
removing
talking
it
about,
makes
I've got 100
sense.
acres of butts
Yeah.
on the lot, but I can have 2 kids on it, or I have 4 kids, so. you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
well, you pick your two favorite.
yeah, so I think we're just gonna remove the per lot, so it's just gonna say the maximum number of recreational vehicles permitted.
I love that.
I
That's
think that's,
way better. Okay. Just
Okay,
because I know that. That was a consideration years ago, and it was consideration at our last OP meeting, so.
Okay.
Excellent.
okay,
Are there any other questions for Annette? Go ahead, John.
well, I agree that procrastinating is not gonna make us any friends and will earn us the curses of future council, right? So we're gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and move in this. So my understanding is that the way this is worded, it does specify Lake Clear, but only because Lake Clear is the only at capacity lake in Renfrew County at present.
that's the only link that this policy applies to currently in the official plan, and we're amending that specific policy, yeah.
Okay, so if another lake was declared at capacity, this would possibly apply to
No,
that?
it wouldn't,
No, it
no.
wouldn't. So it is a very special
It
case.
is a very special
Okay.
policy that.
There
we're
is
amending.
actually a section in the county OP just for Lake Clear.
Okay, I'm good with that. I'm clear on that now. Okay. No, that's good. So once the county has dealt with it, I don't think we gain anything by amending it, and we appreciate that they can make an amendment if it comes to their
Yeah,
mind
they
to do
still,
so.
yeah,
Okay,
that's,
and then it will eventually come back to us because the bylaw belongs to us.
The zoning bylaw belongs to us.
Okay, thank
But
you.
this was the first important step, being in contravention of the official plan.
yeah, so the resolution will come back to council this evening. And if it passes, then the only thing that will be removed from that is the per lot. And then I'll submit that to the county for their considerations. And yes, they could make further amendments. It's their official plan. It's also our official plan, but they could do that at their level. And I'm sure they would have discussions with us at the same time, but that's,
So, Councillor Murph, does this seem like progress to you? It does to me, but I'm new at the game,
Yes.
so that's great. I support this.
It's been painful.
Well, Sebastopol Township was added before we got added. We got added as an amalgamation. We're still at
You inherited it, okay,
it.
thank you.
yes, they originally requested the official plan amendment. So like the official way back in the 80s. So it came from the township when
When,
county amended their official plan, and it's been that way ever since, so. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
excellent.
That's all.
Thanks. Good report. Appreciate that. All right, correspondence A, there are 13 items. You didn't get Tracy.
No, we didn't.
Okay. Correspondence B, number 1, the Canada Post resolution. I think this is something that we should probably
Support,
support.
let's do it.
I mean, bless you. Perhaps by our next meeting, this will be resolved. I don't see it. I think that there are some fairly substantial issues going on. That have nothing to do with our wonderful Canada Post employees. It just came to light that there are over 15 vice presidents at Canada Post.
As matter of fact, the province is, when did you get your last bill in the mail?
Yeah, well, but they're used for a lot of things,
Yes,
That's,
so.
people who don't have computers depend absolutely.
The election,
What's that?
the election, the mail-in ballots.
It's a very good point, Annette.
Okay,
Anyway, and it's especially for our sort of vulnerable sector that relies on Canada Post. I know that essential mail is going out, which is thankful, but still. Northern Ontario Resource Development Program. I don't think this really pertains to us.
I agree.
Mandatory swim and water safety programs, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm all in. I think this is so important. I found this so interesting. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it was unheard of when I was growing up to not know how to swim, like just at a basic level. And then as growing up, becoming a swim teacher and a lifeguard for many, many, many years, it is incomprehensible to me, especially here with all of our natural bodies of waters, rivers, streams, lakes. We're abundant with them that I thought, wow, this is the best idea I've seen in a long time.
Agreed.
And request for the support for Legion on Remembrance Day, of course.
Yeah.
100%. Now, they are going to now muster at Legion Field.
As it's shortened the town.
So I didn't realize, they used to muster
I
here
know,
and walk over to the Legion.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they'd moved it to St. James.
Yeah.
So now moving it to Legion Field is not a big deal, and now they're gonna see the beautiful youth building with the Canada flag and the poppies, and the arch and the veteran sidewalk. So I asked the president of the Legion if he could make this happen. He said absolutely, and it's no different than mustering at St. James,
That's great.
right? So I can't think of a more lovely place for them to be. So I'm very excited about it. Okay, anything further on any of those? All right. So since my last report on September 16th, I've attended 14 meetings along with several community events, and I've got some highlights. The county council report is in your package. Of note, that this was an amazing delegation. Anna Gansier and Emily Stovall presented on the Art Gallery of the Ottawa Valley Project, and this is a regional initiative that promotes accessible outdoor public art access across Renfrew County with a goal of ensuring that every resident is within a 30-minute drive of art installations. They've delivered over 30 projects, raised more than $1 million, and engaged more than 50,000 people across 20 communities. And this really got my juices flowing and how we could play a meaningful role in this. So identifying our local mural and painted door opportunities in our downtown core, which these lovely ladies knew about, partnering with our gallery to feature local artists and youth, and integrating art and heritage into our streetscape and tourism plan, and supporting the creation of a countywide public art fund to leverage future installations. And I will tell you, I had a really exciting idea that I thought might happen. And it all blew up in my face, but you know, we have so many incredible artists that if we had a building that could host an artist colony, I think that that would be something that would greatly benefit the village, but also our incredible artists across the area. So I've been noodling on it and talking to people about it, but the building I wanted didn't work out. But this initiative also aligns strongly with our community's goals for beautification, tourism development, and our local artist engagement. Roma, we haven't met since since my last report, but I participated in the meeting with the committee responsible for selecting recipients of the Roma scholarships. So we award these annually to students from three secondary schools to go to post-secondary who demonstrate leadership and commitment to rural communities. So right now there are 3 institutions, and we're hoping there will be 4, but it does rely on like Trent University to administer. So in any case, it's still exciting. The EORN board will meet at the end of this month. Our most recent initiative was the automated speed enforcement project. So this has been, stop giggling at me. So this has been placed on hold pending the provincial government decision regarding the proposed ban on these cameras. Marianne Mead-Ward, who is the mayor of Burlington, has really been a champion, along with Patrick Brown of Brampton and a couple of other mayors that actually have ASE in their municipalities in community safety zones and school zones. What I did not know until recently was that the cameras are actually calibrated so that if you're doing 5 over in a community safety zone, you might not get a ticket. If you're doing 5 over in a school zone, you are getting a ticket. I'm not sure why the premier is considering this a cash grab. A couple of challenges with that: when we don't have enough OPP enforcement, and if we had the OPP enforcement, I cannot fathom how much that would cost unless you used auxiliary officers, etc. So that's not working. And he is now saying that they're going to roll out funding for other traffic calming initiatives. So in my mind, this would be things like roundabouts and speed bumps. Well, the mayor of Toronto very astutely actually said, imagine putting speed bumps on Warden Avenue or on Yonge Street. You're gonna hear from your emergency responders. Like, we cannot put speed bumps on Highway 60 when we've got police, ambulance, and fire trying to get to the, it's ludicrous to me. And of course, emergency vehicles are exempt from ASE. So
But
I
they
don't
don't
know,
over bump any better.
I don't know where this is going to go, but it's ill thought out if that's the plan. And you know, some places can have roundabouts. We have no room for a roundabout. We're lucky we're able to put in some sidewalks on 60, let alone widen it. And anyway, we will see what happens, but I will tell you that the Ewan board is pretty darn disappointed because we were pretty excited. Thank goodness we have not made enormous investments in this yet. I understand LAS has gone a little further than Eorn, so I'm hoping that Judy and her crew are able to go through AMO and have the province recognize this is not a cash grab in rural Ontario. This is how we're policing for speeding. Anyway,
I saw Ford on there. I thought he got caught in a speed in the camera probably.
oh, yes, he did, yeah. And he was quite vocal about it. But so did I, coming home from Roma. I got a $230 ticket in the city of Toronto.
I agree. I'm behind the project because we're denied so many other ways to pay for our ever increasing expenses. This could help all the municipalities,
Rural especially,
especially.
right? And I mean, I've made the joke at Eorn and even with LAS that when this was brought forward, I tried to blanket the entire village of Eganville in community safety. So, I mean, Jason was great about taking the roads that are actually part of schools and everything else. But my contention is kids have to walk across the crosswalk on 60 and the crosswalk on 41. So they should be included. I just think that with the lack of officers, number one, so human resources, but also financial resources, I see this as the answer to the problem, not a cash grab. In any case, the ticket I got in Toronto, I am gonna say it was a lot more than I thought should be warranted, but I paid it. I did the crime, I'm doing the time. So what are you gonna do? All right, I attended the Ontario, oh, sorry, was there anything more on that?
No.
Okay, so the Board of Health report is in your package. Once again, Dr. Morgenstern just does an exemplary job. He's an amazing medical officer of health. I attended the Ontario East Municipal Conference from September 17th to the 19th. This conference focuses on key issues and opportunities across Eastern Ontario, with particular emphasis on tourism, economic development, and regional collaboration. I participated in a number of sessions, but a couple of them stood out. So I attended a session called Lights, Camera, Action, which highlighted the success of Mississippi Mills, specifically the village of Almont, which has been used since 2013 for over 40 films. Yeah, so it's a popular location because they use it for places like Vermont and Alaska. So lots of Hallmark movies. But it was very interesting because there was also public concern about road closures, noise complaints, you know, they're filming at night, so there's lighting, parking constraints. And so they actually came up with a film policy, which I thought was very interesting. So something that, you know, if HGTV comes here and we've already had still standing, but if we could make ourselves film friendly, that's something in the future that should definitely be looked at prior to a company coming, not afterwards. Because some of the concerns, they were valid. Like when you've got like the lighting on a street at night that's for film, and normally they've got two streetlights. So it was very interesting. And my other favorite from OEMC, I went to 10 different things, but this was incredible. I went to a session on AI. And it was as dull. I said to the people sitting with me, this is what I imagine paint drying sounds like. It was that dull. And then they got into how we can use, like they were data. But then they got into how we could use it. It was amazing. So it can enhance efficiency, service delivery, communication. Examples include automated system to manage citizen inquiries, predictive tools, data analysis. But for us, they were talking about virtual assistants, like a chatbot on our website, so that you want to know about our animal bylaw, but you don't want to have to read our bylaw because our bylaw is all bylaws are convoluted, and you can then just ask this virtual assistant or chatbot in the corner, can I have more than 4 dogs in rural Bonnechere Valley? And it will say, no, you can't. And then that person can come to us and say, but they're guardian dogs. Can you make an exception? Because I have 200 head of sheep. So just an inquiry that was made of me, like so I had the resident ask me, and I thought, isn't that interesting, right? So stuff like that could free up, it wouldn't replace any employees because our employees are overburdened as it is, but it could really help out with some of those more simple, can I pay my taxes online? Yes, you can. Go to your banking institution and put in Bonnechere Valley taxes and it'll come up. Anyway, it was very exciting, but there were other, it was amazing. It went on so long, they didn't have time for questions. But it also emphasized the need for strong governance, transparency, and data protection. So, pros and cons to everything that we do, but definitely something, as we move into the AI age. So any questions on that? Yeah, go ahead, John.
So the person with 4 dogs, the next time someone phoned with 4 dogs, the AI chatbot would have learned to say, are any of them involved in agricultural industry?
It could do that.
It's phenomenal.
It is right, but the examples that they were giving of especially bylaws, right? Just rules, just day-to-day rules that we have, or even going on our website on September 30th on Truth and Reconciliation Day. Is the waste site open? No, the waste site is not open. Instead of having to, splunk into our website or phone me.
And tells you that in lieu of that, we're going to have a pickup the next day.
Recycling will be picked up on Wednesday. So it's a scary age, but it's an exciting age at the same time. Just something for us to think about.
As long as we build in the fact that if someone still has a problem with it, there is a way to protest or to ask for an exception.
Well, all they have to do is phone the office.
Yeah.
Or apparently phone me.
Yeah.
I knew you'd love that, Bert. All right. But you know what? OEMC this year, it was very well attended and it was a good conference. It's a very small conference, which is really nice for networking as well. Like it's very small. All right, events on September 21st. It was my honor, along with Councillor Sanderson and Mayor James Gross, to welcome the executive of Eganville Legion, and of course Annette was there, and Kevin was there to officially unveil the new arch painted Canadian flag and poppies, and the veteran sidewalk at Legion Field. And thank you to Kevin and his crew for making all of this happen and actually painting the sidewalk. And it looks beautiful. And the executive were really honored by it. On September 21st, it was also my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of all of council to the Eganville Legion opening of Legion Week. Also at this event, Donna Dyson gave the audience a list of all the ways the Legion contributes to our community. And there were things that I had never heard of before. And Tracy is actually helping them put together an infographic of all these amazing things that they do for their Facebook page, because they are very active on social media, which is fantastic for the Legion. On September 24th, they attended the second annual Renfrew County Day. This event was very, very well attended and showcased all of the assets of the county of Renfrew. They did have paint to plow, which I wanted to do until I realized that they were actually using trim clad paint. And I was not dressed for trim clad paint. I assumed that it would be paint for little kids. So it was not. It's actual, like, it's gonna stay on the plow for a little while.
Or on your knees if it gets sprayed.
Exactly. No, it was paint cans.
Oh,
That's what I really want. No, I'm like, no, I can't eat a meal without getting dirty. I'm not, there's no way I can do that. On October 3rd, I was pleased to join Councillor Buckwald and members of our Bonnechere Valley Fire Department to officially welcome the arrival of our brand new fire truck. Continuing a proud fire service tradition, the firefighters ceremonially pushed the truck into the hall. It was filled with water, so they didn't actually push it, but it was a good photo op. On October 3rd, Annette, Sarah, and I filmed a series of video vignettes as part of our community's application for HGTV's Hometown Takeover. Oh, I should put Canada. The videos take place on the walking bridge and showcase the road rehabilitation on Bonnechere Street, the band shell to capture our musical spirit, the rock to show the downtown core, museum, painted doors, and that we are the Ordovician capital of Canada, and finally at McCrae Park. And a huge thank you to Annette and Sarah, who were my production team. They didn't send glam. I had to do my own glam. So, that was sort of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. And to our staff that joined us at McCrae Park for the final scene. Your enthusiasm and community pride truly shone through, and together we showcased why our hometown is so special and deserving of this incredible opportunity. So we had the two mics holding the Township of Bonnechere banner and the Canada flag banner, right? Hometown Takeover Canada. And when I was done my little spiel, all the staff went HGTV. So it's a very cute video, and I'm really excited. And the application went in yesterday. So I'm very, very, very hopeful. Because we already had our film debut in I guess it debuted in 2016, filmed in 2015. So yeah, but we had a lot of fun. And that was my cue card holder.
Yeah.
They had these big, huge pieces of paper for me to read off of. And then Sarah was the videographer. But again, no glam. I don't know. All right, guys, we've got some upcoming stuff. This Friday, October 10th, we're hosting our second annual Uplift Youth Summit at the Eagle's Nest. Thank you to Sarah and Annette for all of their work to put this very important day together. Last Friday, we had 6 kids. Now we've got 17. It's very exciting. I am going to be there all day. Wednesday, October 15th, we will be reviewing the applications for a vacant seat on council. It is imperative. It is mandatory that you are in attendance. Annette will send out the agenda on Friday. Again, please check your email every single day, because depending on how many applicants we get will depend on the time we start. I'm assuming we're going to start at 10, 9.
Yeah, again, it'll depend on how many we get.
Okay.
My guess at this point with the calls I've received and what I have in, somewhere between 6 and 8. So I would think let's start at 10.
I
is
got
fine.
written as 10 already, but
That's perfect. Go,
Okay,
let's
we'll
go
go
what
10.
Barb suggests.
Okay, but guys,
Yeah.
you must be here. This is no joke.
Unless the number increases to 25, then I'll call you, Murph.
Yes,
But 10, let's go with 10 for now.
well, it closes in
Sorry.
2 days, so.
Yeah.
And because of the doing it on Zoom, it'll be in this room.
We're not doing it on Zoom.
Oh, I thought it was a public meeting in every respect.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
But not,
Oh,
no,
it'll be on YouTube, you mean?
YouTube
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
I-
my mistake.
Yeah, I wasn't picking up what you were putting down, John. Okay, now, October 23rd, the township is completing our yearly emergency exercise. This is also mandatory training. It also involves the countywide I almost said Canada-wide, the countywide exercise. So we're gonna be having a live portion, so we're gonna do an education process starting at 9 at the Eagle's Nest. And then the actual exercise will start at 1. It's all day, all day, all day.
There.
And the last thing I've got is, I don't know everybody saw the email. But we were invited to the Decades Dinner and Dance fundraiser for the Bonnechere Museum. It's on Saturday, November 1st. Eganville Legion from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. You dress to impress in the decade of your choice. 4-course 1950s inspired dinner catered by Chef Danny from Charlie's Eatery, our newest restaurant. And this is followed by a silent auction, and DJ Shannon is DJing. It's $85 for the dinner and dance and $20 for the dance only. And you can get your tickets on Eventbrite, and all that information is in the email that the board president sent out. And that concludes my report. Sure.
Just October 28th, Cunningham Swan coming to the Eagle's Nest.
9 a.m.
Yes.
What's that?
Cunningham Swan, you know, the lawyers come and do a
You-
legal
Yeah,
seminar.
28, yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Sure. Are you
I
coming,
signed-
Murph?
Yes, I signed up
Oh, you did?
today, yes.
Okay, so it's just you and me,
Okay,
because John can't come.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, no.
you just looked after yourself, baby.
Yeah, I didn't
Look at you.
put that in my
Right
upcoming
there.
events. 'Cause
Yeah, and it's one that I couldn't have worked around.
mandatory is mandatory.
Excellent.
All right, so our next meeting date is
28,
October something.
You did?
And one question then, so buying the tickets for the museum dinner is on, what did you say, Eventbrite?
If you open your email, there's an email from the organizer. And you just click on the link.
Oh,
and we're thinking Friday,
I did read it, so yes, I'll get it.
Okay.
No, the 15th.
It might be in the
not the
attachment.
10th anymore.
No.
When is it?
I'll figure it out.
Okay,
Sorry.
I think it is in the attachment. Okay.
Okay,
Our next meeting is October
15th.
October
Oh, yeah,
For
sorry.
Special council,
Special council.
October
next-
21st.
for the regular council.
Yeah, regular council.
And
Okay.
15th for special council.
Oh, yes, Sandra, I'll send that to you right now. All right, media session.
Sorry, I just want to make sure
Oh,
Murd is clear on when we're meeting.
Yeah, well, I will just talk to you later on.
Okay. He'll talk to me later.
Okay,
okay, because I did just muddle that up, didn't I?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so our next meeting is next Wednesday, October 15th. Okay,
So that was the only thing I was gonna ask, like, are you gonna set the time for that later? I guess that'll be posted on the website.
yeah, it's
I'm
kind of,
looking at Annette, but I mean,
it's kind of hard, like, if we have 8, then
Right.
starting at 10 is fine.
Yeah.
If we have 25, we're gonna have to start before 10 o'clock, we'll be here until past supper time.
mhm. So what is the format? I don't know if that was discussed in my absence, probably.
Yeah, so all the applicants they sent in their application prior to Thursday at 2 o'clock. And then each applicant next Wednesday has a 2-minute presentation. And then council can ask a limited amount of questions so that we're not spending an hour with every candidate.
And it is a public meeting, as you were saying.
Absolutely it is.
Should be interesting. Good.
hasn't happened to this council for a long time,
ever.
ever. That's a long time. Okay. We can do it.
It's going on all over. Oh, you're saying once?
Yes,
When?
right after amalgamation, the
Oh,
counselor quit.
Oh, yes.
oh, really?
Merv was appointed to fill the gap.
No, I did not know that.
Encyclopedia bar.
Yeah,
Oh, my
absolutely.
I did not know that.
Children Brady resigned.
Really?
Joe LeGree quit.
That's how,
Okay.
and then Merv became the Grattan representative. He
Okay,
had previously served on council.
Joe figured being a lawyer and a counselor at the same time was just too much of a load.
oh, yeah, well, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Fun fact,
Something for the news.
I had just
Well, I
moved here.
remember that.
Gerald, yeah.
I had only lived here for 5 minutes, so I didn't know that. Hi, Kevin. All right, anything else?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. So we're gonna take a break. And then we're gonna come back and then we're gonna go into close.
Yes.
Now how do I do that? Okay. Okay. I don't know what to do then. Sorry, enclosed. Oops.
Can we mute one of them, Tracy?
She has,
Oh,
yeah,
perfect. All right.
there, we only got one of her.
Awesome. I've got a resolution dated the seventh day of October 2025. That committee proceed in closed session in accordance with Municipal Act 2001, section 239.2 to deal with matters as indicated below. Personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal employees, and advice that is subject to client necessary for that. Can I get a mover? Tracy, can I get a mover? All in favor? And that carries. And you're now in close.
Your call has been. All right, dude, read your text with.
I just. Hi. Hi.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yep, I got chocolate all over this. Welcome back, everyone. I've got a resolution dated the 7th day of October 2025. The committee moves out of closed session, 3:10 PM to rise and report the committee met to receive information and give staff direction regarding the request to revoke a building permit and release the legal advice received, complaint regarding information timelines and use of a road allowance, and approved minutes from September 16th, 2025. Can I get a move by Merv, all in favor? And we're out of close. And John is going to conclude the meeting, all in favor? And we are done with committee this afternoon. Thank you.